to a war that looked like this. Fighting Nazis with a sword. Like what? Imagine being a soldier, surviving, Mad Jack, and coming home like, ich schwöre auf Gott, Hans, ein verrückter Samurai mit einem 1 Meter Schwert und Dudelsack wollte mich töten. But even outside of the battlefield, Mad Jack was Mad Jack. He was Deadpool's levels of crazy and awesome and weird. And just get this, one of his party tricks was to quote long passages from Shakespeare.
Use this time for some target practice.
Let me explain. Imagine you're standing next to a quiet, normal river that calmly flows towards the ocean. Then, suddenly, a wave comes from the ocean up the river the wrong way, and it does that at almost 30 kilometers per hour, because the rising sea levels push the water back into the river hard, creating a second wave, which picks up a lot of dirt and rocks along the way, so it's not exactly clear, soothing water anymore, and more like a powerful mud wave that they know that's etc. Or and the first people in the world to ride back. Basically, he gave up the life of war to become a chill surfer dude, so he did that in cool-ass England right in front. Jack. He also served as an instructor for land navigation in the Austrian Alps, teaching Muhammad base as part of the British Army Mountain Corps. His training exercise included reading the fleets of snowy fleets, bagpipes still strapped to his back, sword, still elastic, and the grenades recorded. He would break into the Scottish folk bands at 8,000 feet altitude just to keep morale high. And this is a quote from one of them. He was like Gandalf with a punk streak. The Sarah better quote to end with him. I think that just perfectly sums up the life of the man. Oh no, wait. He once rode through India on a motorcycle without a map, equipped with a compass only. Then he got lost in the jungle and had to fight off a leopard with a branch. Yeah, for some people, that is the adventure of their life for Mad Jack. It's Tuesday, and somehow Batman actually got a peaceful death in 1996 at the age of 9, dying in his sleep in his own bed at home in Surrey, England. When the news of his death broke, Royal Marines Major General Julian Thompson, who personally had known Mad Jack, said, "There never was another like him, and there never will be." And you know, I think everybody...
Motherfucker!
I mean, it's facts. And if you, like me, are still wondering why the hell this guy would really carry around the 3-foot Scottish broadsword World War II, a fellow officer once asked Mad Jack what the deal with the sword is, and Mad Jack replied, and I quote, "In my opinion, sir, any officer who goes into action without a sword is improperly dressed." Mad Jack Church. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, brief, my style of education, everything. There is YouTube membership thing, so to support the channel, and they really are the backbone of Brief. They really make our lives. I cannot express enough how important they are to sustaining this job, to sustaining this channel, to keeping this form of education. Yeah, in the description is all the info there. You get the scripts, you get the author.
Motherfucker went under my shot. It's like he pushed my elbow up and went under me. That nigga went under my shit so smooth, I ain't knocking it. How the fuck you do that? I want my gun back. I want my gun. Damn it, I ain't getting that shit back. I ain't getting that shit back. I ain't getting that shit back. Unless I walk my ass over there and take it from me. Out of their hands. Yup. Hate hearing it. Oh shit.
Loading new mag. Back at it. Switching mags.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the sky. You've got a loadout drop inbound.
Oh, wow.
Inserting armor.
Man. Did I just get beat by a nigga raging?
Let's get to work.
I ain't get to see his name. That little nigga was raging loud as hell in the control. We get the TP today. I got a TP.
They're down.
Ooh, stylish.
Reloading. Inserting armor.
You don't know that I'm pulling 15 kills on a light day. Get the fucking shit.
25 left. Stay sharp.
I'm hitting
Contract was
something.
compromised. Stand down. Contract compromised. Enemy soldier incoming.
Nigga, you can never find them when they fall out of the sky, nigga. You can never find somebody in the sky like
Loading new mag.
that. You just let anybody know. Go ahead.
Deploying mine.
You're losing ground. Moving.
Standing by.
Drop their armor. Under fire.
What the fuck happened? I don't know where he's at. Damn it. I could have got up. I could have got up.
Back in the air.
Back to the station. Go get after it.
Think that sniper good? Nope.
Inserting armor.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the sky. Fire sale active. Citation price has been reduced.
Lock down neurogas.
Enemy UAV online.
Chaz, dude.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Tough titty.
Enemy deployed an advanced UAV.
Man, what that dude killed me?
Enemy advanced UAV overhead.
Advance. How advance?
Insurgents is about
And they got alien
Make
technology?
it count.
What the fuck? Oh my god. All my shit is right there, just on the floor. They put all my shit on the floor. That ain't the gun. What's that gun?
Loading new mag.
Oh
Taking fire.
shit.
Inserting armor.
Do I know you? Man, there's 3 niggas right there. The 3 stooges.
Let's get to work.
Of engine. You're redeploying.
Sniper, running up, and stealing your shit. We got the sniper. We got the nigga who be running up.
Broke their armor.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
What? Where is he?
Active in the field.
Oh, man.
5 remain.
They was really friends,
Lost that
bro.
one, but we'll get a
You could tell that they were friends now. Now you could tell when people be on teams. You kill that dude, and that dude is right next to him like, no! Man, I was knocking his ass out. Get the war.
We're gonna miss this.
We do this training once a year. There's 800,000 to 1 million people that'll join us, and it's not
All in the game, yo.
it's all in the
Rucker,
game.
you're headed to
This
the
right
war
here
zone.
is part of the game, Pete. It's all in the game.
It's all in the game, though, right?
The game isn't the game. That's the game. The game, yo.
Gotta get in the game.
The game is the game. The game is the fucking game.
The game is rigged. But you cannot lose if you do not play. The Wire talks a lot about the game. And over the course of the show's 5 seasons, we get to witness the entire ecosystem surrounding the war on drugs play the supposed game. But what is the game? And most importantly, how does one win it? Well, I would argue that the game is an individual's fight for position. The kingpins fight to remain kings, the mayors fight to remain mayor, the police fight for their respective position because they use the farmer. Of course, there are exceptions with it. But ultimately, everybody's having to remain in position or find the right in their respective organisation. I'll give an example of somebody who wins the game. Consider Slim.
Everyone that's going around in my name. He is capable of looking at voice. He's getting sharper based off of the previous game, and then he can make adjustments. So I feel like it's easier just to take some lines that you like and just love the boundaries you had, and then just combine them to get a decent payout. So as expected, the Warriors missed a lot of shots and a lot of rebounds went around. So the first prop that I do like is going to be part of this parlay, but I mentioned him last game, and it's Anthony Edwards over 7.5 rebounds. This is at plus 108. So now we have Steph Curry, who's not there, and the rebounds are even higher for him in game 1. So last video I had discussed his rebound and how his initial rebound or his rebound chances had gone up by 4 on average from the regular season, and he was averaging around 5 a game. Or 5.5 a game, so 5 to 6 in the regular season. So you give him 4 extra chances, usually that's half. So now you're looking around 8, and that's where he's been at, getting around 8, and that's where this line is at. But these last few games, it's getting even higher when it comes to rebound chances. Anthony Edwards is really making an effort to go after rebounds and not just start running down the court. So this prop I do not mind as a single bet, but I will be knocking this down for a parlay. So that's a plus 108 if you want to go just one player and just rely on him. But before I get into the parlay, if you guys could, please like the video, and if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a little bit of extra time, please leave a comment for the algorithm. You can just say anything that would get this video out there for more people to see. You can just put the letter W, and that helps get this video out there. Also, if you want to get away from PrizePicks, try out some other apps. I see a lot of people only using PrizePicks. There are other options out there with better payouts, more options. Check out Underdog Fantasy.
Damn. It's like they let a nigga stop for them. I just jumped, and this nigga went so high in the air. It's like I did a Michael Jordan jump.
FanDuel, going with Anthony Edwards at 6+ rebounds.
I look like
Knocking this down by 2. And this is pretty much the same parlay that I took last game, and it almost hit in the first half. Nas Reed ended up getting hurt and he left the game. I think he might have scored near the end of the first half, but he did come back in and he ended up dropping 19 points. But the same read with Anthony Edwards, just knocking it down a bit. If he does decide to not want to rebound as much, he's going to do this in every single game in the playoffs. So this was like his floor was 6 rebounds. Otherwise, if you go with just his regular rebounds at 7.5, he's gone over to 5 out of 6 games. And then to add on to this is Nas Reed for 10+ points. And you'll see against the Warriors this season and last season, he has gone over in 7 out of 8 games. And then those last 2 games of the regular season, he had 16 and 15. And then game 1, he had 19. Nas Reed is a mismatch for the Warriors. Warriors do not have good size, and he is a big man who can stretch the floor. And it is showing. He's been playing against the Lakers with around 20-ish. Got minimized like 20-ish. He had 30.
What the fuck? What is this dude doing? What? He was with them. He was with him. They are together. I knew it. I'm not dumb, y'all. I'm not dumb.
It was at 11.
I'm not dumb. I know I was around 2 people chasing me.
Without even money, so it's 3 extra points for that if you want to go for it. So that's Anthony Edwards for the 6+ rebounds, Nas Reed for 10+ points, and that's a -119. Not also for the parlay, and then I don't mind the regular single bet plays. And then my thoughts on the Warriors. Buddy Hield's line came out pretty high. It got bumped down by 2 points, even though he's played great.
Enemies are dropping off.
Dropped one. Switching mags.
Get that.
Reloading.
Enemy UAV is online.
Switching mags.
I know how to rock with one of these. Like that.
Bring mine going out.
Got your ass.
Inserting armor. Loading new mag. Taking fire. Switching mag.
Oh. Yeah, I'm up here, bitch.
Inbound.
You bothering me.
TACOM, I need eyes overhead.
Precision airstrike standing by.
Under fire. Inserting armor.
Only 25 remain.
Reloading. Target marked. Send it.
Priority tasking request received. UAV exiting AO.
Loading new mag. Inserting armor.
Yeah. Ain't shit hurt them.
Hit.
Oh.
Inserting armor.
Dumbass. Oh shit.
Revive myself. Reloading.
Damn! That far ahead of me? Damn, I knew somebody was around me. I could still get a loadout, right? Nope, nope. That loadout, maybe. There's that guy.
Head for indicated location.
That guy might shoot you.
I'll drive. Inserting armor.
Get ready.
Let's go, let's go.
The window is about to close.
Inserting armor.
You got one shot.
Inserting armor.
I think I could take this.
I'll drive.
Let's get out of there. I ain't playing with them now. Oh shit! Swerving on niggas. Whoa, whoa. He was tweaking when he started shooting at me though. I'm swerving on him. Why y'all gotta jump me so hard? 3 attackers? It was him, the guy in the far corner.
Let's get to work.
Yeah, I was reckless. I ain't gonna be reckless no more. Shit. Oh shit. Why is there somebody in every spot? Man, he cold. He got me. He got me. He got me. He slid. He slid. He slid. Damn. Damn, that nigga got it. He slid. He slid. I'm gonna win the next one though. For sure. Watch this. I'm gonna win it for sure because check it out. I'm gonna turn this back to 84. Little Rascal Gang. ISE.
Check your gear and weapons.
See, let me tell y'all a little something about Duso. See, I play with a blunt in my hand and a lighter. Wait. I play with a blunt in my lips and a lighter in my right hand. You would think it's holding me back, but it's just quicker to smoke that way.
Stay alive.
Box alarm going down.
Go.
Switching mags.
Go.
What the fuck, man? That's crazy. That nigga was low key not there, and then he was.
To the front. Earn it.
Get it there.
Move.
What a gun.
Inserting armor.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Loading new mag.
You wanted to shoot at me. You wanted to shoot at me, though.
Enemy UAV is online.
Damn, everybody was shooting at me. I was shooting at that guy, but everybody was like, look at that guy jumping and diving.
Inserting armor.
Damn.
Inserting armor.
Man, I couldn't heal.
Back in the AO.
Another chance. Weapons free.
Oh man, they keep doing that to me. They keep doing that. I don't know what it is. I don't know what to call it. But I couldn't turn around and run. I was just in the air. He keeps shooting me in the air. I took the gun for good. I needed the gun. That pistol wasn't gonna kill him, man. He's gonna laugh at my pistol. Wait, look at this motherfucker shooting me. Damn, man. Should I probably turn it back? Let's turn this guy on. Let's turn this back.
Past 2 games that he has played, someone's got to step up and score other than Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's line is at 24.5. I'm not sure how the Warriors are going to continue to generate offense for multiple games without Steph Curry. But we will see how it goes. They really just need like a scrap it out, slow pace type of game, which they had previously, and they need the Timberwolves to shoot poorly, which I think the Timberwolves are going to get this one. They are pretty big favorites. Actually, a lot of these teams that have been losing have been pretty big favorites. Like the Celtics were like 10.5-point favorites to the Knicks today. The Cavaliers were 9.5-point favorites at one point to the Pacers 2 days ago. So there's been a lot of value in the underdogs. I just don't know about this underdog. Maybe the Warriors surprised me, but you don't have your closer, you don't have your best player, so I'm not sure how it's going to go. So I'm going with the home team here, going with rebounds for missed shots, and going with the player that I feel like has one of the best mismatches for the Warriors. So if you would like to discuss lines further, I have a Discord. Link is in the description. You can hop on in there. There will be a conversation about NBA, baseball. Someone told me hockey is in the second round of the playoffs. So I was running down the court. So this prop I do not mind as a single bet, but I will be knocking this down for a parlay. So that's a plus 108 if you want to go just one player and just rely on him. But before I get into the parlay, if you guys could, please like the video. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a little bit of extra time, please leave a comment for the algorithm. You can just say anything that helps get this video out there for more people to see. You can just put the letter W, and that helps get this video out there. Also, if you want to get away from Prize Picks, try out some other apps. I see a lot of people only using Prize Picks. There are other options out there with better payouts, more options. Check out Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, Parlay Play, Chalkboard, or better. Underdog's matching your first deposit up to $1,000. The rest are doing up to $100. Links are in the description that takes you there. Promo code is FINDAROUND11. All right, so for the parlay, FanDuel.
Ever wondered how to make better football predictions without spending hours on research? 180 Scores AI analyzes thousands of data points in seconds, giving you 77% accurate predictions for every match. No more guesswork or wasted time.
Could you
Just
step
smart
up like
AI
that?
powered
I'm going with Anthony Edwards at 6+ rebounds. So I'm knocking this down by 2. And this is pretty much the same parlay that I took last game, and it almost hit in the first half. Nas Reed ended up getting hurt and he left the game. I think he might have scored near the end of the first half, but he did come back in and he ended up dropping 19 points. So the same read with Anthony Edwards, just knocking it down a bit. If he does decide to not want to rebound as much, he's gone over this in every single game in the playoffs. So this was like his floor was 6 rebounds. Otherwise, if you go with just his regular rebounds at 7.5, he's gone over in 5 out of 6 games. And then to add on to this is Nas Reed for 10+ points. And you'll see against the Warriors this season and last season, he has gone over in 7 out of 8 games. And then those last 2 games of the regular season, he had 16 and 15. And then game 1, he had 19. Nas Reed is a mismatch for the Warriors. The Warriors do not have good size, and he is a big man who can stretch the floor. And it is showing. His minutes playing against the Lakers was around 20-ish. It got minimized to like 20-ish. He had 30 in like the first game, but it got dropped down. They really were able to kind of take him out of the game plan after he had that huge game. Here in game 1, he played his most minutes in the playoffs, playing around 33 minutes. So Nas Reed's original line it was at 11.5. It's bumped up to 12.5 now for about even money. So it's 3 extra points for that if you want to go for it. So that's Anthony Edwards for the 6+ rebounds, Nas Reed for 10+ points. And that's a minus 119, not an awful payout for the parlay. And then I don't mind the regular props if you want to single bet those. And then my thoughts on the Warriors. Buddy Hield's line came out pretty high.
What?
It got bumped down by 2 points, even though he's played great the past 2 games that he has played. Someone's got to step up and score other than Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's line is at 24.5. I'm not sure how the Warriors are going to continue to generate offense for multiple games without Steph Curry. But we will see how it goes.
Man, I
Really
shot dude
like
3 times at least with them.
Slow-paced type of game, which they had previously, and they need the Timberwolves to shoot poorly, which I think the Timberwolves are going to get this one. They are pretty big favorites. Actually, a lot of these teams that have been losing have been pretty big favorites. Like the Celtics were like 10.5-point favorites to the Knicks today. The Cavaliers were 9.5-point favorites at one point to the Pacers 2 days ago. So there's been a lot of value in the underdogs. I just don't know about this underdog.
Oh, here we go with that gun again.
The Warriors surprised me, but you don't have your closer, you don't have your best player, so I'm not sure how it's going to go. So I'm going with the home team here, going with rebounds for missed shots, and going with the player that I feel like has the best mismatches.
That bitch shook.
So if you would like to discuss lines further, I have a Discord. Link is in the description. You can hop on in there.
That bitch shook.
There will be conversation.
And I shot it, and nothing happened.
He is in the second round of the playoffs.
Only 25 left. Keep up the good work.
That is free. The Discord is free. And then as far as the weekend goes, Studio and Drew Holiday.
Dumbass nigga trying to get an easy kid.
And then I had Jason Tatum for points, rebounds, and assists. I had knocked it down to like 37 and a half, and I got the way he had just been
this dude follows you.
shooting day, and the read was he in the playoffs. His rebounds go up just like Anthony Edwards, and he's done that the past couple of rockets. So I should have just stuck with the rebounds and assists. When I did the alt line for the rebounds assist, the payout came out near like minus 120, and I was like, man, I don't want to do minus 120. I want to get near even money. I want to get a little bit closer. It ended up burning me, so that's where for today is minus 119. I'm not gonna mess around or anything like that. Try to get it. Let me get this edges and get out.
Man, I had to get around that corner. That bitch was waiting.
Let's get to
You'll get another shot. Weapon 3.
Can't even slide this damn video off. Why is my phone like doing this to me? There's something on it.
You're losing ground. Moving.
Quit playing with me.
Welcome to the NBA Coast to Coast podcast. He's on the West Coast, Josh Lander, joined by Nate Weitzer. He's on the East Coast. We are looking at Game 2, Dubs and Timberwolves. Timberwolves are down 1-0, and that series is out at least a week.
Damn it, he was the new guy too.
So we'll take a look at everything we need to know, what that means going into Game 2.
There was nothing I could do with this weak ass shotgun.
On Thursday night, we're coming back with the Friday stuff as well, and then forward throughout the rest of the work week with you guys through these playoffs. So do you follow along? Check out the description of the video as well. Got the link to the email and newsletter in there for you guys. That comes out every Friday as the parlay that Nate and I put together for the games on Friday.
Oh, there he is, if you was wondering.
Prior week, we had a nice recap of sports betting, and then looking ahead to the games and the stuff you need to know coming up. So definitely check that out in the description of the video. But Nate, let's go ahead and get right into the Dubs and the Timberwolves Game 2.
Yeah, I think Wolves to kind of take care of business.
It is.
Here. And I think the best way to bet that is just Wolves win both halves is plus money, plus 125. Certainly better than the halftime full-time market at minus 300. And a little better than the wire-to-wire market.
That's perfect.
Too. And I guess the reason they're hanging a better number is because Houston's so freaking.
Who the fuck is helping that guy?
But this is a different story, right?
Somebody else is shooting with him.
The 8th best offensive rating.
Yo, that nigga's shooting like he everywhere. How the fuck is that gun shooting like that? And he didn't miss no bullets.
In particular,
Part of that game.
A situation where I think the Warriors will pack it if the first half goes south. Like you said, Steph out at least a week. They're going to hope to tread water, I suppose, and they've got to get the split at home, and then bring him back in the even series at Game 5. But Minnesota, as long as people were saying even a B minus.
Get the fucking armor!
The Warriors offense just is so ugly. It's unsightly without Steph and Curry.
Man, that's some bullshit. This nigga did not get the armor. I walked through it for the armor.
Just enough offense for the Wolves to then just feel just enough pressure to not be able to hit a single three as for a second straight game. I mean, that's going to happen. They're going to be able to hit threes. And frankly, if they get up in the first half, which we see time and time again from these teams down 1-0 at home, and then we've seen a lot of collapses, including my Celtics just now. But I think the Wolves are
Celtics just collapsing,
right? Like the Memphis Grizzlies a couple years ago. It's a completely different ball game for Ant and company. If they
owning a crow as a pet, completely illegal.
Come on, bro. Tell me what the fuck is up.
By 11, it got up in game 3, second half by 16, where they did bury him. I mean, in the last 9, their aggregate is, in the last 9 playoff games, that is, they're winning the second half by an average of 5 points per game, and 8 of those are against Luka, and the Warriors don't have their Luka, so to speak.
Yeah, yep. That's pretty much what you need to know, right? The Warriors don't have their Luka, and it's liable to get ugly if it gets out of hand early. Then it's only going to get more out of hand, like you said, if guys are coming in off the bench pretty early. And Kerr's already experimenting with his benches anyway, so I could see them folding. So I'm going to go into one of those Warriors guys and talk about Jimmy Butler for a second. I think the best prop for him is going to be the 6.5 assists. His touches are just going to be sky high. And I think the same thing for Draymond, right? And I think both of them are good. I'll put them both in the same conversation here, which is Draymond's at 4.5, and that's really low. So, like, while I love Jimmy to have the ball in his hands even more than Draymond, I do think that 4.5 is just too low for a guy who I think is going to have, the second most touches on the team after Jimmy. That's how this offense is now going to work. And Buddy is going to be some sort of hybrid Clay Steph kind of player where it's like he doesn't necessarily need to dribble very much. He's certainly not going to dribble as much as Steph did, but they will use Draymond and Jimmy as sort of double Draymonds to then get the ball into the hands of Buddy as cleverly as they can. And he worked really, really well with them, as we saw 24 points after Steph went out, right? Not even like 38, like after Steph went out. He just kept cooking horrible first time and then took over. And these are the 3 guys that they trust. So as far as the Jimmy assists go, so he's at 14 potential assists per game without Steph now. Gotta like him for 7 in this case. The points I like more than the boards, honestly. He's at 32.5 points per 36 when he's on the court with Draymond and no Steph. So, including with Buddy on the floor as well. So I don't mind the points. 24.5 is a lot, for sure. But he took 20 shots. Most of those came in the second half. And down. Really, most of those came in the second half. But he still went like, hello, that's not around. So this means your shot size is way up. And I think that will be the case just inherently, but because of the touches, because I know he is still going to be looking for guys, and you're going to see a little bit more Quentin Post. You're going to see some with Moses Moody and Brandon Potts. Somebody's going to have to hit a shot. And the one guy I wouldn't really be banking on is Gary Payton Jr., just as a side note, just because he's so sort of Steph adjacent, that if you actually look at his numbers, he's way worse without Steph on the season than with Steph.
Yeah, I think this is the way to play it with Jimmy. I mean, I was thinking about fading him overall, but I was like, I can't trust that the points or assists will go under unless this is a blowout, because he's just going to be a focal point. He's going to be getting in the seams and then, trying to, initially score, get to the free throw line, and then get that defense to collapse. So Buddy can continue to be
scared him to death.
Not Batman, as he joked in the post game. And I don't know if Buddy Hield can continue to do so, but that's certainly what the Warriors need now. So on the other side, though, I'm sticking with the Wolves. I like DiVincenzo over 10.5 points or plus money for the 3 threes here, or some variety of parlay. 12 points, 3 threes, and Minnesota to win gets you almost 3-1 on your money. You just look at some of this data, and he is the poster child of the Wolves just bricking open threes and that just not being sustainable. It's been 2 games of them bricking threes. And he's 27% on these wide open threes, a team high 4 of them in the last 4 games. In fact, he's shooting 19% overall from 3 in the last 4, but Finch is still sticking with him for 31 minutes per game at the expense of Conley, who's playing 24.5. In the regular season, DiVincenzo also got 4.2 wide open, most on the team, and he hit 43% of those. He hit 44% at home. He hit 50% at home after the All-Star break when this offense was clicking. He's the guy who we saw in the playoffs last year hitting 7 to 9 threes a game on extreme volume. He also likes playing against Golden State, both at home this year. I mean, the last 2, he averaged 23.5, 5, and 6.5, and shot 50%, 4.5 threes. He shot 78% when those were catch and shoot threes. And the Warriors unleashing a little bit of the zone here, probably going to do a little bit more of that. See if the Wolves can find their rhythm from three. Give guys like Jimmy and Draymond a little rest because of the heavy lifting they're going to have to do now. And DiVincenzo is going to be your zone breaker. Like, this is why you went out and got that guy as part of the deal. When you lose Cat, is because you're going to need a consistent 3-point threat.
Yeah, for sure. I think, you know, when you're looking at who's going to play better in this game, there's nobody that you would start with before this guy, right? This would be the first name of like, well, this would be the guy that has nowhere to go but up. And it's a lot of shot making, but also like decision making going to the rim, and the decision to pass on certain shots because he definitely lost some confidence. But yeah, I don't think that'll be the case in this one. I do think they're going to come out, you know, firing. And if the Dubs can't take that first punch, they're going to be in trouble. I think he'll be a big part of that, including in the first quarter. And the threes are at a great price for him. So let me go to Buddy, though, and just say like 15.5 is still good for me. Again, I might be playing some of this stuff at slightly reduced units because of the possibility of the blowout, which scares you. Of course, I also added the Boston money line to some plays on game 2 again, and lost because of that. So just anything's possible, as KG told us. But for Buddy, like 15.5, I really only need him to play about 28 minutes for this number right here. When he's on court without Steph this season, he's at 22 points per 36, and I do think his minutes are beyond safe. It's not just the offense that he brings without Steph. It's been like, his defense this year is way better. I don't think I've said that at all, and I should have at some point if I'm talking about it, because he is not right there. You have to take off the court. He's not making shots, and he hurts you that way. He's also done way less this season than I've seen in a long time. A la JaVale McGee coming to the Dubs and turning around the sort of at Shaq and the Pool, you know, narrative that we all had about him. I think Buddy has done a very similar thing here, and now he's actually super trustworthy. Has been at key moments in the season without at least 30 minutes this year, or not even without winning.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Broke their armor.
Hostile safety in the area.
Let's get to work.
Returning you to the front. Earned it. You're losing ground. Moving. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Loading new mag. Inserting armor. Switching mags.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Broke their armor.
Hostile airstrike incoming. Fire sale is active. 5 station prices are adjusted.
Reloading. Taking fire. Inserting armor.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Solid work so far.
Inserting armor.
Get ready. Resurgence window is about to close.
Neurogas out.
Gas inbound.
Hold on.
Back in the AO.
Vengeance. You're redeploying. Fire sales done.
Vehicle
Time to go
mark.
back to
Setting
normal.
waypoint. Waypoint mark. Move. Inserting armor.
Enemy airstrike in the area. Resurgence has been deactivated. This is the end game.
Switching mags.
Supply crates have been restocked. Load up.
Reloading.
UAV available for tasking.
Ten remain. You're almost done here. We've got 10 squads active in the field. Enemy UAV is online. Gas is moving. Enemy UAV overhead.
Contact down. Inserting armor.
Enemy UAV is
Loading
online.
new mag. Get a UAV on grid.
Four remaining. Stay sharp.
Reloading.
5 squads still operational in the AO.
Inserting armor.
Less than 5 were still standing. Next time we'll take that victory. The enemy took...
Chasing mag.